Hey class, today we're going to continue with complementary and supplementary angles. First thing we want to talk about is remember your complementary angles are going to add up to be 90 degrees. Your supplementary angles are going to add up to be 180 degrees. Now we're going to use this information to solve some problems. Let's start with one just like yesterday. This is a pair of complementary angles, which means that if I add this one plus this one, I will get 90. So let's fill in our boxes. Angle B plus this 54-degree angle is going to equal 90 degrees. Now we know to solve this, we just need to do the opposite of adding 54, which is minusing 54. And this will give our answer of B is equal to 36 degrees. This is great. And some of you might have been saying, Miss Jones, if you just take 90 minus 54, you get the same answer. This is true. And you'll notice that this way and this way got the same answer. However, as we move into the more difficult problems, today you're going to see that it is beneficial to set up an equation so that we can solve. Let's take a look at number 2, and I can show you what I mean by that. On number 2, again, we have a pair of complementary angles. I can tell because of the box right there. These are going to add up to be 90 degrees. Now, these have more numbers in them than before. On this side, we have 43 degrees. And on this side, I have 2 plus 5x. Wow. Now that is an equation that we need to solve. And we're going to do this in 3 steps. The first one, you're going to need to combine like terms. Look over here. I have a 43 and a 2. They both do not have variables. So I'm going to combine those into the number 45. The x term does not have any friends, so I'm just going to bring it down. And still is equal to 90. There, I've done my very first step. Now my second step, I need to look for any addition or subtraction. Well, I have this positive 45 that's being added, so I'm going to do the opposite, which is subtract. And I'm going to end up with 5x equals 90 minus 45 is 45. Excellent. Okay, now I'm going to need one more step. Step 3. We're going to need to multiply or divide. 5 is being multiplied by the x, so the opposite would be to divide by 5. So that x is equal to, get my calculator, 45 divided by 5 is 9. There. Now I have solved, and x is equal to 9. So we're going to use those 3 steps every time to make sure that we get these correct. So let's have you try one on number 3. Go ahead, try. Okay, let's check and see how you did. First, you needed to put 2x plus 1 for the first angle, and 35 for the second angle, and they need to add up to be 90 degrees. First step, we combined like terms. 1 plus 35 is 36, and I rewrote my problem. Then I looked for addition or subtraction, and rewrote my answer. Then I did the opposite of multiply by 2, and I got 27. How'd you do? Okay, Let's skip ahead to number 8 so we can do a supplementary angle. You'll notice that these two angles form a straight line, which as we know is 180 degrees. So when I add those two up, they are going to equal 180. So my equation would look like this. B plus 116 equals 180. And to solve this, we would do the opposite of adding, which is subtracting. And B would equal, borrow the 1, 4, 64. Ta-da! Just like the complementary angle, that was a one-step problem, but we're going to use that same format as the problems get a little bit more complicated. So let's look at number 9. We're going to follow the same format. This angle plus this angle needs to equal 180. So let's write that down. 18 plus 3x. That's this first angle. If you like the boxes, you can put it in boxes, but you don't have to. Plus my second angle, 5x plus 2. And we know that those two angles added together need to equal 180. So we're going to follow the same steps as last time. Step 1, combine like terms. 3x plus 5x is 8x. 18 plus 2 is 20. And that is still going to be equal to 180. Oh, that looks better already. Step 2, we're going to look for any addition or subtraction. Right there. I'm going to minus 20 from both sides and get 8x is equal to 160. Step 3, I'm going to look for multiplication, which is right here, and do the opposite. So I'm dividing, and I end up with x is equal to 20. Okay, you try one on number 10, and we'll check your answer. Go. Was no division here, so our answer, we just combined like terms, subtracted, and got our final answer. Okay, good luck. Have a good time. What happens when we have vertical angles? These are equal to each other. So I would set it up, 5x is equal to 65. They don't add up to equal anything. They are just equal to each other. So when you set up these problems, remember that we're going to set them up equal to each other. Good luck.